What up, what up, what up? Peace, everybody. It's your boy Universal, aka Wax Groove TV, man. Back at it with another album review, but before we jump into it, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this video. As you can see, we broke, still need some money to keep that podcast rolling. So yeah, man, share this video, subscribe to the channel, like this video. It's all greatly appreciated. So today, we're jumping into another album review. We got Ka, Descendants of Cain. One member of the group already, Mr. DCYOP, already recorded his take on this album. So now I'm gonna give you mine. Hopefully we can get one from Esteban Ray as well. So Ka, he's a dope rapper, and he's like one of those rappers. He ain't for everybody. This is 100% grown man rap, or in my opinion, is scholarly rap music. Like you got to be, a wisdom seeker, someone who likes stories, someone who likes tales, who likes to hear gems in their music, because you're definitely going to get that when you listen to Ka. He's his sampling, he's a little different when it comes to production. Him and Rock Marciano have like the style of production that's very minimalistic. It's very minimalistic in the sense that they don't really use many drums or bass lines. It's just a lot of samples, very sample heavy, but they cut out the drum lines, and like Rock said in an interview in the past, they, you got to find your pocket within that sample, or just, the music that they do, and you got to let it breathe. So you let the sample breathe, you lay your track over it, and it's a perfect marriage, and it works for him, it works for Rock. Does this gonna work for everybody? Absolutely not, but they do what they do. Production on here is primarily by Ka himself. You have Rock Marciano with production credit, Animos, and Preservation. Ka is definitely more than a rapper though. Like he's a storyteller, he's a poet. His music has a super cinematic feel to it, which I love. Like I could see him and Rock Marciano actually scoring movies, and like it being really dope, kind of like what RZA and Adrian Young do. So I would love to see that happen for them guys too, because I think it would work, especially like some action movies or some mob tales. They could really make it happen. Even some thrillers, I could see that. I could see that too. But he's gonna give you those hard street tales. His music it's gonna take you on a stroll. Depending on where he's going, what the theme is. Like I said, it is very cinematic feeling. It's gonna take you through a walk through them gritty streets of Brooklyn, New York City. He's gonna let you know what time it is, you know what I mean? So you're gonna get those lovely street tales in a very vivid way too. He paints a picture perfect, very perfect. All of his albums that I've listened to have all been kind of theme related. You got Descendants of Cain. The album before this was Orpheus versus the Sirens. That's him and Animos, the Hermit and the Recluse. Album before that, he had Honor Killed the Samurai. So then you had Dr. Yenlo, The Gambit's Night Gambit, something like that. I can't remember off the top right now. But he's got a strong catalog. Needless to say, I'm a big fan, and he just continues to get better, man. He's like fine wine, just gets better with age. I think he's pushing like 47 now, and he's still just doing his thing. He's still managing to stay in his pocket, but still push forward with some progression each time. So Descendants of Cain, we got 11 tracks on here. As usual, this man will give you quotables for days. He damn near quote everything on this album. First song, Every Now and Then, that pretty much sets the tone for the project. Within that skit, there's someone speaking, and they said, when wisdom speaks, the youth should listen. Something like that. When wisdom speaks, the youth should listen sometimes. He had a line where he's like, my comments ain't for quick alignment, they for full adjustment. Just little things like that. When you actually think about it, he'd be hitting you with some knowledge. On the second track, Unto Dust, he says a line where he's like, peace be with you, walaikum salam, peace be with you, gripped in your palms. Yo, like that's a good play on words, and he's really good at that. Solitude of Enoch, he had a line, I can't quote it verbatim at this point in time, where he was like, basically, revenge is the engine, and his heart was steering. Enough bad accidents, so he started veering. Eye of the Needle, he said, I sketched pictures of stress. And when you listen to his music, it is, some of it, obviously, it can be somewhat stressful, where he's just telling you, he's giving you those tales from the streets and that pain that he's felt or just people around him have felt, and I definitely get that. Um, you know, he what did he say on Sins of a Father? He said, "Scheming because I didn't have a reason, scheming because I couldn't reason with my abdomen." You know what I mean? Like when you think about that, that's pretty dope in itself too. So it's just little things that he says and the way he says it. It's never just coming out and saying something straightforward. It's, you know, it's always a play on words where you hear just those words for what they are, but then it's like, oh, that's what that really means. But then you could take that here, you could take that there. So his play on words is great, and it's very tricky. Like Ka is a very meticulous artist when I listen to his music because everything is so well put together. Like I personally have never heard a whack Ka verse, but it's just so put together. Like even from the production, like the way he rhymes on it, his cadence, like his monotone voice fits for damn near everything he does. Like I said, not everybody can do that, and his type of music isn't going to be for everybody. It is for me. It's definitely grown man rap. It's definitely for people who love them like them gems. I'm gonna call him Professor Ka. Professor Ka, the gem dropper, because this dude, that's all he does is just drop gems on you. So, in my opinion, this album, it's dope, just like the rest of his projects. I mean, you're definitely not going to be disappointed, especially on the production side. I didn't realize how good of a producer Ka is. Obviously, I know how great Animas is. I know how dope of a producer Rock is, and even Preservation. I know those guys are all dope producers, but I didn't realize he was as good as he is. Kyle definitely seems like one of those artists that you'd want to interview and just sit there and pick his brain, just to understand why he writes the way he writes, or even his production, the way he just goes through the flow of his production. So with this album, I honestly feel it's just as good as the last album, if not a little better. You know, the themes, great, you know, whether it be something biblical, Greek mythology, you know, a character he's read in a book like he did with Dr. Yenlo. You always get a bunch of different stuff with him. But I definitely feel like this is a classic project, so I'm going to go ahead and give this a Ghost Chili Pepper. I don't feel like I have to skip anything on this album. I definitely let it ride out from front to back, and it takes you on a story. It's definitely a journey that you get to go on. This is something I can bump in the gym, you know what I mean? You're getting that good workout in, you could definitely let this play. Something you can definitely listen to cleaning the house, or if you just going for a ride, stuck in traffic, or a long drive, you definitely pop this on. So ton of replay value in this. So this definitely gets a Ghost Chili Pepper. If you don't understand our rating scale, it is listed in the description below. I want to know what you guys think. Esteban Ray, you know, we need this review from you. Mr. DCYLP, appreciate your review, appreciate your thought process on this album. Obviously, this is how I feel about it. So yeah, I want to hear from the people. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all listening to, what we should review next. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Peace.